everybody, today we're gonna make a dessert with Nutella. Have you had this? What? You haven't had this? You're crazy. We gotta fix that right now. For this one, you're gonna need a can of crescent rolls, some Nutella, a couple of bananas, sugar, and some cinnamon. First, you wanna start by taking your banana and cut it about an inch, inch and a half or so. You probably get maybe 3, 4, 5 pieces, depends on how big your banana is. We're gonna start with our crescent rolls. Okay, there are crescent rolls. You want to carefully pull apart the crescent roll. Now that you popped it open and it scared you. We have cinnamon here. We're gonna make cinnamon sugar. Done. Instant cinnamon sugar. Mix it up and we're good to go. We're gonna need that to roll the crescent rolls in. We're gonna start with some Nutella. Spread it a little bit. Now we're gonna put a banana in the middle, just like that. And now we're gonna just roll this up. And when you roll it up, try to pinch the sides so when it bakes, none of that gooey chocolate leaks out. Now we're gonna roll it in our cinnamon sugar and we're gonna just drop it on a baking sheet, which I've already sprayed with some nonstick spray. So it's just rinse and repeat. So we're all done. Now we're gonna pop it in the oven, 375, about 15 minutes or so. Keep your eye on it. You'll know when it's ready. Look at this amazingness. Yum. Would you look at that? Banana, Nutella, crescent roll, deliciousness. If I can do this, you can do this. Bon appetito. Hey everybody, today we're going Indian. Do you like curry? I do. Want to try something new? Learn how to make something a little Indian? All right, let's go. For this one, you're gonna need canola or vegetable oil, some fresh garlic, a yellow onion, curry powder, of course, ground cumin, crushed red pepper flakes, ground turmeric, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, tomato paste, coconut milk, kosher salt, and a cup of hot water, but that's a maybe, maybe not. We'll cross that bridge if we get to it. What I have here is boneless, skinless chicken breast that I sliced into sort of little pieces a little while ago. I'm gonna throw in my curry powder and a pinch of kosher salt and a little fresh ground pepper. Toss this around, get my chicken coated with the seasonings. You know, you can even do this part the night before, stick it in a Ziploc bag, and then the next day it's ready to go. My pan's already hot. I'm gonna put in my vegetable oil. If you have canola oil, that's good too. Now I'm gonna throw in a yellow onion. Woo! Sizzle, sizzle. Little garlic. And we're just gonna let this sweat just a little bit. First we're gonna put in our curry, crushed red pepper flakes, cumin, and then we're gonna throw in that beautiful bright turmeric. Bam, color. And now we're gonna get this all moved around. We're gonna put in some kosher salt. We're gonna cook down all of those spices for about a minute. Put in some tomato paste. Break that up a little. Now we're gonna put that chicken in that we seasoned a little while ago with the curry and the salt and peppers. Guys, I wish you could smell this. Chicken's cooking through. It's that bright, beautiful yellow. Everything looks cooked. Now we're gonna add in our coconut milk. And this is what's gonna make our dish creamy. If at this point you thought, this dish isn't creamy enough, you could always add a little bit of hot water to this and make it creamier, but it seems like we had just enough. So at this point, we're gonna turn down our heat just a little bit. We're gonna let this bubble a little while. We're gonna let that chicken absorb more of those flavors because it's gonna be an Indian delight. So there you have it, guys. Chicken curry, a little trip to India without ever leaving the house. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm Belkys. Bon appetito. Ramen noodles, did you know? They're a thing. There's restaurants dedicated solely to ramen noodle dishes. Yes, it exists. It's a thing. So when I came across a ramen noodle dish on the internet the other day, I thought to myself, let's give it a whirl. For this one, you're gonna need some shredded chicken, peanut butter, soy sauce, ramen noodles, of course, and some sliced scallions for garnish. So we've got our ramen noodles in here, and just cook the ramen according to the directions on the package. Follow the instructions. So our noodles are cooked, and now I've taken them off the heat, and what we're gonna do is We're gonna take a little cup and we're gonna put it in here and reserve some of this starchy water. We're gonna just take a little bit of this ramen noodle water, just in case we need to thin out our sauce. This is what we're gonna do it with. We're just gonna take our noodles and transfer them over to a big bowl, because we're gonna do some tossing around in here in a little bit. So we've got some peanut butter here. We've got some soy sauce. We're gonna add that in. And now we wanna whisk this together, and we wanna get it to be a consistency that's gonna be saucy so we can toss our noodles in. And if it's not the right consistency, that's when we get our reserve ramen water, and we just keep whisking. Now this looks like something we can toss some noodles in, people. We've got our nice peanut sauce. We're gonna add that in. We've got our shredded chicken. This came from a rotisserie chicken. I just shredded it with my hands, and it's perfect for that. If you have leftover chicken, this is a great recipe. We're gonna take this, and now we're gonna throw it in there as well. And just toss it all around. We've got our chicken, we've got our peanut sauce, we've got our ramen. So there it is, peanut chicken ramen. Garnish with some scallions, and you've got your own thing going. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm Belkys. Bon appetito. The chef, Lee Schrager. He's the founder of the Food Network South Beach and New York City Wine and Food Festivals. He's also the author of America's Best Breakfasts. It's his latest cookbook offering the best breakfast recipes from coast to coast. Wow, what a tough gig, huh?
We're like the Beverly Hillbillies. We packed up, got in the car, and looked for the best breakfast.
Searching restaurants nationwide.
Well, we collected about 330 recipes. The hard part is reducing it down to 75.
75 recipes that anyone can make.
Literally, from A to Z, there's a recipe for you.
Look under C and you'll find the dish we're making today, croque monsieur.
It's classic, it's simple, it's beautiful, not unlike yourself. That's why I picked it.
Only it's French and I'm Cuban.
French Cuban.
The recipe comes from Tartine in San Francisco.
One of the great bakeries, it's fantastic.
Start by melting butter in a hot pot to make a bechamel sauce. And we have flour there. Which
2 tablespoons of flour.
That can only mean one thing. We're making a roux.
And a roux is the mother sauce.
When it starts to brown, add the flour and whisk.
I'm gonna add in about 2 tablespoons of finely diced onions. Just stir them around until they kind of get translucent.
Now add a pinch of nutmeg, crushed bay leaf, and whole milk. Whisk again until it thickens. Oh yeah, look at that sauce.
How delicious.
This smells amazing. When it's done, take some crusty bread and spread the bechamel sauce on top.
Be generous with it.
Add sliced ham to each piece. Classic French dish.
And so simple.
And one for me.
Perfect.
Next, add fresh asparagus.
I trimmed it, cleaned it, and really kind of just bathed it in very, very little olive oil.
And finally, the pièce de résistance, grated Gruyere cheese.
You can use sliced. I happen to like the grated. I think it melts better.
Now put it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 7 to 8 minutes.
And voila, there you have a croque monsieur.
All it takes is 20 minutes and you've got a complete meal. You don't need these, just use this.
And truly, isn't this America's best breakfast in one bite?